All right, we're going to Revelation chapter 17. We're talking about that whole church. A lot of people don't know about it, don't want to believe, they don't want to understand, and they don't want to know. But we're going to go and start in verse 1, Revelation chapter 17, and verse 1. And there came one of the seven angels, which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. See? Set it upon many waters. The judgment of the great whore. Now you have to find out who is that whore. Who is that whore? See, it's talking about the church. See. All right. The whore church at the end time. All these churches false related. The Vatican really is the head of it. False prophet. You know, all those churches, they're all teaching false doctrine and stuff like that. See, that's what we have in the last days. Alright, it says, I will show unto thee the judgment. See, you can go to like Revelation 16 and 19 and 18 and 16. Revelation 16 and 19 it says. And the great city was divided into three parts, and the city of the nation fell, and great Babylon came in remembrance before God, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. See? That's what God gonna give unto her. Judgment. See? City will fall in 1 hour. Judgment will come upon her. All right, Revelation 18 and 16. You can go to 16, 17, you know, first on down. But Revelation 18 and 16, it says, and saying, at last, that great city, see, great city is Rome, that was clothed in fine linen. See, that's how they are clothed in fine linen. And purple and scarlet. See, purple and scarlet, that's their color. I used to watch them on television. A lot of those priests, I think cardinals, something, someone to be dressed in purple. I don't know if the priest, cardinal, whatever, or the bishop. Used to have two groups. One group used to be in purple, one group used to be in scarlet color, like bright red, orange. That's their color. They used to be dressed in fine linen. And that church used to be decked with gold. Now your eyes, you good in that church, your eyes just open wide. You look all that, you'll be amazed. All the gold and stuff, how it be decked in gold and stuff. Precious stone they have in that building, the Vatican. Purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stone and pearls. See? For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea still fall off. You see, crying because you see it all burning. The 10 horns gonna burn up with fire. But he could give power to them 10 horns before. That false prophet. People be talking about this pope or the other pope. No, it's not time yet. We're just in the first and the second beast, like I'm telling you. When the United States home gets broken after they fight Iran, and you will get into the Bible says you're going to break Iran home, then his home will be broken. Then we'll get into the third beast. The third beast might rule a while. Maybe 10, 15, 20 years, I don't know. Depends how long God wanted to rule. And you'll get into the 10 horns with the false prophet come up among those 10 kings. Make the final beast, the fourth beast, the second beast in Revelation, and the fourth beast in Daniel. And if men be talking about the United States, Babylon and all that stuff, about Persian Empire and all that stuff. You know, the Bible is talking about the end time. All what you read about in Daniel and what you read about in Revelation. You got to understand that. You're not talking about what happened with the Greek Empire, all that stuff. You know, about the Persian way back then. Persian now is Iran. And the media is Iraq. Iraq home is broken, and Bush broke Iraq home. Now Iran home next to be broken. And the Bible says after that he go break Iran home, he go to the United States with his ally. After they break Iran home, his home will be broken. I'm just trying to give y'all a touch of it, you know, for y'all to understand how it's all going to end. All right. A lot of people you hear all type of prophecy. A lot of them be saying about, you know, all what happening with the Greek Empire, Persian Empire, and all that stuff. Alexander the Great and all that. It's not talking about that. It's talking about, Lord, it's talking about all those prophecies for the end time. You know, what he's talking about in Daniel and Revelation, all dealing with the end time, the prophecy. You know, what Jesus Christ talked about in Matthew chapter 24, in Luke chapter 21, and Mark chapter 13. He's talking about the end time. What's going to be happening. I'm not talking about what was happening 500 years ago, 200 years ago. That's what I'm trying to get people to see. You know, all these men be talking about things that done happen, you know, 500 years ago by Alexander the Great and all that stuff. And not the prophecy talking about the end time prophecy. History a lot of time may repeat itself, but it's talking about the end time. Yeah, it's like about the mark of the beast and all that stuff. You won't be able to buy or sell nothing. This is what it's talking about, end time. When it's talking about in Revelation chapter 13, talking about the end time beast, in Revelation 17, 18, all that's dealing with the end time. Not dealing with no Alexander the Great, the Persian end time way back then. You know, talking about like the bear. Talking about the end times while you're watching the Russian bear right now. The Bible says you devour much flesh. All that dealing with the end time. And nothing to deal with what happened way back then. It's to me just like the first Babylon. And dealing with it, sure it happened before, but He'll tell you it's going to happen again. Like the first Babylon and the second Babylon. Second Babylon is dealing with technology and mark of the beast and stuff. They didn't have it in the first Babylon. You know, You have to understand that. The sin is the same. You know, people commit sin, adultery, fornication, all that since the beginning of time. But the things that happen in the world, just like back then, they didn't use horses and stuff like that to fight, spears and different things, knives. Now we don't use them. We use missiles and stuff, drone, different things, helicopters. You know, you have to deal with it at the end time, what is we talking about. Just like when he talking about in Revelation chapter 9. You know, so a lot of people don't understand that. You know, he had wings. He tell you it had wings. It had make noise like chariots. He talking about plane, you know, and stuff like that. You know, you have to understand that back then they had, you know, what Daniel there was talking about, you know, back then, just like about the daily sacrifice too and all that. They had animal sacrifice back then, but in the New Testament it's not animal sacrifice. We present our body, it's human sacrifice. We present our body a living sacrifice. We die daily for the Lord. Because when you preach the truth, everybody wants to kill you, get persecuted, or they want to kill you. It's just how it is. So you become a living sacrifice for the Lord. Back then it was animal. Everything changed. You gotta understand that. What it's talking about. Alright, then go back to 17 where it say the great whore, judgment of the great whore. See, you can go to Revelation 19 and 2. So I'm going to stop right there, but I'm going to go to Revelation 19 and 2, let y'all know who he's talking about. You know, it's a loss to cover, but I'm just trying to get y'all to see, but y'all can read chapter 17 and chapter 18, talking about the last church with the false prophet. You know, the Vatican, the false prophet with them 10 horns. And he talking about, many people be talking about the United States is Babylon. It's not thought. The United States is not Babylon. The United States is the beginning of that beast system. But the beast is the Babylonian system we're talking about in Revelation chapter 18 and in chapter 17 and 18. That whole church. Alright, Revelation 19 and 2 said, for true and righteous are his judgment, for he had judged the great whore, which did corrupt the earth with her fornication, and had avenged the blood of his servants at her hand. See what God said? See, that's what John was telling them people. Yeah, judge the great whore. That's why I'm telling them we're going to burn on at the end of time. But you don't want to, you know, that false prophet give power unto those 10 kings, but them 10 kings will turn against them at the end of time. This is what I wanted to try to show us. A lot I have to go through. You know, you have to read and understand. Don't let these people be lying to you. You know, these preachers and prophets saying the United States is Babylon. It's not true. The United States is the first beast in the beast system. You have 4 of them. The last beast, that final Babylonian system that rules over all the kings of the earth. You're deceiving these kings now. What did he tell you in Revelation 9? I think it's 17 and 18. You see, and the woman which thou sawest, see, the woman is the church. 17 and 18 saying, the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. See? She reigns over the kings of the earth. And most people don't know that. It's like a mystery to most people. See, the whole church rules over the kings of the earth. You see all those people have to, king got to go to the Vatican? Most all of them. Pay attention. All right, I guess that's all for the day. We're going to get back into Revelation 17, because it's a lot to cover. I'm just getting y'all to see. See, like I tell you, like in verse 12, you go back into Daniel, that's the fourth beast in Daniel. One of them 10 horns. See, that horse system using them 10 kings. See, you give power into those 10 kings. In verse 12 it said, the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as king 1 hour with the beast, with the false prophet. See, made a league with those 10 kings. This is what I wanted to show you all, how these false prophet preachers be lying to you, saying that the United States is Babylon, where they be reading by the Revelation 18. It's not true. Look about the last system, whole system with them 10 horns, false prophet from the Vatican. The last pope that will come in, it'll be a vile pope. It's not time yet. Probably gonna have many popes before that time comes. Not the end yet. Like I said, we're just still in the first and the second beast. You gotta go through the third beast. Then we'll get into the fourth beast with the 10 horns. Then the little horn will get out from the third beast and get with the 10 king. That's gonna be the final beast. We're not there yet. The 2 witnesses are gonna come during the time when those 10 king when them false prophet get here. Probably around that time, during the time of them 10 king. And the false prophet. Alright. This is what I wanted to bring to y'all today. But thank y'all, and may God bless y'all and give y'all wisdom and knowledge and understanding of His Word.